Oh, you. Oh, sorry. I had. Sorry, I didn't see the. I didn't see the chat room. Did you send me? Or how do I get it? How do I? Did you send me any questions? No. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Fine. I have. Yeah. Exactly. No. The legal side. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry. Yeah. So when you say, can I get some advice on that terminology, I don't, please don't see this as an advice, because being a lawyer, I'm a practicing lawyer. Since you are in England, please do not treat this as an advice. I'm just giving you guidance. But I'll answer you, but not as an advice. See, the question you asked, whether an employee who is sick, and the employer had decided not to furlough him, was he eligible, or is he eligible for the 80% pay? My answer to the question is no. It is employer who decide as to whether they do have to furlough their employees. If they have, what capacity, what numbers, in what category they have to. It is their prerogative, their decision. So if an employee they will come into the category of shielding group. The shielding group is a group where they only get SSP unless the employer has decided that they should be furloughed. As long as they have not been furloughed, they cannot claim the full fee. Having said that, if the employee believes that I have been discriminated, look, the same guy who posts the same work, the same capacity, with the same qualification, the same period of service, have been selected to furlough. But I have not been. And I feel this is unfair. And I feel this is discriminatory, breach of Equality Act 2010, then the case is different. Then you can make a claim. But anyway, so far we have not, I haven't seen any such cases coming through. But it will be an extremely difficult task to prove it in the given scenario whether the employer have been, or employees have been behaved unreasonably. I think that answered your question. Thank you. Okay. It is still the case. It is the employer. See, you could be unwell because of the you contracted by coronavirus, but still the employer should decide on the reasonable ground that this employee should be furloughed. As long as that process has not taken, you cannot claim. Thank you. And one more thing which I want to include, since we have no question, when the employer, even if the employer were to change the contract, as I said, both parties have agreed. A provision here in this country is a consultation process has to be taken on, even in the case of redundancy. Consultation. The consultation has to be through either a appointed trade union representative, if they belong to trade union membership. But I was just contrasting with the Indian context. Indian context, I don't know what the employment trade unions are doing there, but anyway, I'm not in any criticism. In India, we do not have a right for forceful recognition of a trade union law. I believe that is the case. But here in this country, okay. All right, okay, I agree. Since I have done my research on the trade union law in India and England, so in Britain, yeah, separate. I agree. Exactly. Thank you. Yeah, it's true. Good evening. I want Melvin's permission to put my thoughts on it. I will be critical. I am critical. See, I tell you, a classic difference is when I see our employment people, our employees, our laborers, from migrating from one state to another state, and look at the way in which they are suffering. Look at the in the agriculture sector. I don't think our government have the state has done anything to protect these people. Whereas the British government has already offered that yes, we are going to pay you. You don't believe it. How many people have already 7.5 million people, employees, have been furloughed, and they all have been paid by the state. Whereas look at what's happening in our country. In our country, see, how will they live? All these Pravasis are coming back to Kerala or coming back to India. How will they able to do? How will they able to manage it? But my suggestion is to government to invest on people. Without investing them, it will be a catastrophe, and the catastrophe has not even started. It's about to start. What is Raju? Yeah. Hello. No, the question is the organized sector and unorganized sector in this country, the protection is to all employees. We have 3 or 4 categories: employees, workers, self employed, and agency worker. And that is the criteria where you will be given protection. If an employee, if he working for a best company as a driver, or I as a solicitor to a firm, if I fall into the definition of an employee, I am entitled to be followed. And the question of drivers, and I think you're talking about self-employed drivers. They have a separate regime, and they will also, I think they will, by June, they are about to get somewhere about £7,500 for 3 months. I believe it's for 3 months. So they too have help and support from the state for self-employees. And if they have grievance, where do they go? They have to follow the procedure through ACAS, as I said before, a mediator between employer and employee. And if you will raise your grievance to ACAS, and then what happened? Then if they cannot settle this matter, it will go to employment tribunal, where you get the remedy. Yeah, thank you.
ചാർജർ ഉണ്ടാവും ലാപ്ടോപ്പിൽ.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you.